What's up, Guiding Bolt fans? Nick here with another D&D tabletop video on Quarantine Day. I don't even know what day it is anymore. It feels like the quarantine days actually correspond to the layers of the abyss. They're just unending. Anyways, we're going to be taking a look at the differences between Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes and Volo's Guide to Monsters. So, to the untrained eye, both of these books may appear to be nothing more than just extensions to the 5e Monster Manual. However, they are both much more than just bestiaries. And there is actually a big difference between both of them. So that's what we're going to be taking a look at today. Just to help, if you're a DM looking to pick up some additional resources, this video should hopefully help you choose which one of these books is going to fit in with what you're currently working on or doing as a Dungeon Master. So let's take a look at Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes first. And really what this book focuses on is it helps you add additional depth to your campaign. And you can see down here at the bottom, it actually tells us what this book is primarily about. It says, discover the truth about the great conflicts of the multiverse. So I would recommend picking up Mordenkainen's over Volo's if you were going to be running an adventure such as, obviously, Descent into Avernus. Out of the Abyss would also be a good possibility, or if you have the Gith in your campaign, this would be an excellent resource. And the reason for that is, if we go ahead and flip over to the contents page, I'm going to lift up the camera here so we can hopefully get a good view of this. You can see right there, Chapter 1, The Blood War. Basically, that chapter focuses on the blood war between the devils and the demons, and it really just gives you all the essential information that you need to really help you bring your campaign to life. So if you were running Descent into Avernus, you would be able to add a lot more to it if you had this book and were able to insert some of the information from that chapter into it. You can see it also has a chapter on elves and dwarves, as well as halflings and gnomes. So the elves, it goes into the kind of the spat between the elves and the dark elves. The dwarves, you can see it mentions the Duergar there. And I forget what's in the halflings and gnomes. But chapter 4 is also really good. It goes into the endless war between the Githyanki and the Githziri. So that is kind of what this book has in it. There is also the bestiary starts on page 115, and you can see here that it adds a ton of additional monsters that you can pick and choose from. So awesome resource, highly recommended. Again, especially if you're planning on running something like Descent into Avernus or anything that has devils and demons and stuff like that in it. So that is Mordenkainen's. Volo's Guide to Monsters, it focuses, obviously, on monsters. So you can see down here on the bottom it says, immerse yourself in monster lore. So it has, obviously, a lot of monsters in the bestiary, but it also goes into great detail on a select number of monsters. So those are like the Beholders. I know it mentions Mind Flayers, and let's actually just open this up and take a look. You can see exactly what it covers. So if you're already running a campaign and you know that your PCs are going to be coming up against one of these monsters, and you want to, if you want to get like a map, this has some map templates that you can use that or layers, I would call them, that you can use for your players to explore. If it was going to be a beholder, it tells you how they come into existence, the different kinds of beholders. I mean, there's all kinds of good information in this book specific to those monsters. So as you can see here, Chapter 1, we'll just read through the list of monsters. It has beholders, giants, gnolls, goblinoids, hags, kobolds, mind flayers, orcs, and then one of my personal favorites, the Yuan-Ti. So really, again, everything that you need to know about these monsters is in this book. Now, another good reason to pick up this book over Mordenkainen's is if you're starting a new campaign and you want to offer your PCs some more exotic races to pick from, this is a really good resource. You can see here Chapter 2 covers the additional races. Some of the cooler ones are the Kenku, Lizard Folk, Tabaxi, it's like the Cat Folk. So there's some really good options in here. There are additional options in Mordenkainen's as well, but they are, I would say, again, they're not quite as exotic. It's like the Duergar, the Deep Gnomes, stuff like that. So that is what's in here. It also covers monstrous adventures. Let's go ahead and take a look at page 118 here. I'll set you down for a minute. Need a better camera for this. let's see here, 118 I think is where I was headed. Here we go. So where is it at on here? Here we go. So you can see here that we have, you can choose from Bugbear, Hobgoblin, Goblin, Kobold, and that might be it. Let's flip over to the next page. Oh, nope, that's not it. No, I forgot my favorite. So there's Orc, and then also Yuan-Ti. So those are some of the other races that you can allow your PCs to choose from. And that is, I mean, that's pretty much it. So as you can see, there is a big difference between the two books. I would obviously recommend picking up both of them if you have the ability to, because they are both awesome resources. But at least if you have to pick, you at least now can go into that decision informed. Keep this video short. Thanks for viewing. If you have any questions, go ahead and toss it down in the comments. Otherwise, as always, thanks for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing. We put out weekly content, so if you want to keep up with what we're doing, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Until next time.